Fire away.
Nick, I guess, what was the, big challenge down low with Kalal Ware today?
The biggest challenge was, I think he really got going when we got into our rotations for Drum being out, and his size was just a little too much for our other guys tonight with what we had out there. So then we tried to do as much as we could of matching Drum with his minutes, right? But again, he was just a little too long and bouncy down there for us for most of the game. Yeah.
It seemed like Watford had been struggling a little bit heading into this game, and this was the best he's played in a while. I guess what was working for him particularly? It seemed like in the second half he gave you guys a pretty good lift. Yeah,
I thought he played with just a lot of physicality and strength with the ball. I mean, he was making some hard drives to the basket, taking the hits and keeping his line and all that stuff, and getting to the rim and finishing some of those as well. Yeah, he was good. He did a little bit of everything tonight, and I think it probably was the second best game of the year for sure.
You mentioned Jared before the game as far as getting opportunities today. Just what did you see out of him? It seemed like that was obviously kind of the most in rhythm. Maybe he's looked to.
Yeah, no, he certainly. I think the biggest thing is the three balls for me. I know I keep saying that, but we do need that production from him. And he found some of those as well, and I think it's great that he gets up to 25. I mean, especially with VJ not playing, we definitely needed to fill those minutes, and I think between Jared and Watford, those guys filled those up pretty good.
How are you managing some of the revolving door stuff in your lineup with guys in and out, and just trying to craft lineups and craft stuff around that kind of nightly?
Yeah, I mean, just the best we can. We plug in and do what we think we need to do. Start who we need to, who's next in line, try to figure out what the matchups look like, who we're playing, all that kind of stuff, and try to make some decisions that work. Some of them do, some of them don't, obviously, right? There's a lot of thought and lots of decisions go in there. We're not going to get them all right. We know that, and we just try to keep discussing it and keep going with what we think's going to work, and if it doesn't work, we try to change it.
Yeah. You started started the second half with Paul on the bench. I guess just what was the line of thinking there?
The biggest line of thinking was we liked the way he matched up with Jaquez in the first half. He was we were trying to send some doubles towards Jaquez in the first half, and we couldn't quite get to him. He was just kind of bullying his way to the front of the rim. But then when Paul got in, he kind of held him up a few times and stopped him a little bit. And that was going to be what we're going to try to do. And then we just got off to a really bad start. I think we missed 3 layups to start the half. And they came down, obviously, and hit some transition on some of those. So we had to go back and get him in there a little earlier than we wanted to. But, I mean, I think he only had 8 minutes left in the second half, too. So there was some of that to take into consideration. Yeah.
It looked like Tyrese flexed his shoulder a little bit early in the game, and then he left when he subbed out for the final time. He left the locker room early. Did he express anything to you about that shoulder?
Not yet. I saw that too early in the game. He was rubbing his shoulder and obviously must have taken a hit on it. Haven't got any report. Obviously they checked him out halftime, all that stuff, and he obviously played through it. But we'll see what they give us here in a little bit.